Here we go.
Dandava Pranam.
Dandava
Pranam, devotees.
Dandava Pranam, Prabhu.
Hari Bo. How are you, Maharaj?
Good, good. Thank you.
Ahí está el Prabhu Vishwambar. Dandava Pranam, Prabhu.
Dandava Krishna, Maharaj, Dandava Krishna, all devotees.
Oh, Vishwambar, Prabhu.
Dandava Maharaj.
Dandava Pragyaditi.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
please accept my obeisances. Pranam, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj.
You all look cold. Is it cold there?
No, but I'm feeling cold. It's not very
You
cold.
look
It's very
good.
pleasant.
Yeah. You're in Texas, so it's not too cold, I think, huh?
Yeah, it's the best weather. It's very pleasant, Maharaj.
Okay. But Harinanda looks cold there in Spain. They all have their hats on.
In Spain is very, very well, but here are little cool. Yeah, all fine.
I'll find out. That's good.
It's
So,
good because it's good because we see to you and devotee, and then all very good.
Cold air, warm hearts.
Yeah. Dice, frío el ambiente, pero cálido los corazones. Yes, Maharaj, for grace, the Guru and Vaishnava.
What's that?
Today, this morning, I speak with Srila Bhakti Nikama Shanta Maharaj 3 minutes for telephone, no?
Yes.
Yes, Maharaj told me about little problem in Madhusudama Maharaj and Avadutta Maharaj, problem in temple in Thailandia. Yeah. Little, no much.
It's surprising to hear that. Namaste, Tony Prabhu.
Namaste.
Dandava Pranam, Prabhu.
Namaste.
Yeah, so many difficulties, huh? Trouble with it. Let's see. Krishna has his plan. What the big plan is, we don't know. He wants us all to come back to Godhead, back to Vrindavan, but he's giving us the choice. We always have the choice, huh? To surrender or not. We pray that he will give us a chance, huh? He will help us to avoid Maya's tricks. Priyadarshini is okay? She looks very cold.
Dile. Que si tiene frío. Yes, Maharaja.
But, okay, we'll begin. Vandanam.
Vantana.
Vandeham Shri Guru Prabhupada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Sri Majaraja Sadvaita Aditana Sahitam Vishnu Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Om Aganati Vinanshana Chakshuru Puja Shri Guru Bhargavandita Mahabhava Vikaya Sada Purva Parya Charita Prasada Bhaktir Nimani Sritam Samrakshakam Sadaram Vande Shri Guru Anta Shri Raj Purva Vista Govinda Vande Devam Divyatara Alarka Sanram Sri Siddhanta Sarasvatam Vande Tam Sri Siddhanta Mayavara Tibidodaragatam Uditya Krishna Namo Bharkishwaraya Bhaskavadutta Mora Vande Bhakti Gora Vraja Panchakapa Kripa Sindhu Panchatattva
Krishna,
Bhaktarupa
Bhaktarupa Bhaktavatara Bhaktaya, Namami Bhakta Satsika,
Namo Maharaja Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Chaitanya, Name Gauriya Krishna Nama,
Jayatam
Jayata Satapango,
Amamanda
Mama Manda Devati,
Matsavasya Divya Vrindaranya Krishna Ottanatva Mantaro Gurun Bhagavata Vyasajaya Jaya Saparika Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Chayadev, Srila Bhakti Niskam Santa Maharaja ki Jai. Srila Govardhana ki Jai. Jai Samaveda Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai. Glories to the assembled devotees. Jai, all glories to the world devotees. Oh, Premanandi. Hari Bo.
I'm Sripad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Today we're going to read from the Prapanna Jivanamrita, some of the writings, some of the prayers, poems of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Goswami Maharaj. And let's see, we're on, where's one more page? On page 198. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribraja Kachaya Asatar Sata Shri Sripad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. This is a prayer, Agtasakam, means 10 verses that Srila Maharaj has written in honor of Srila Gaurkishore. Srila Maharaj wrote so many songs, to Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, Gaurkishore, Bhakti Vinod. And these are all sung at the different Gaudiya mutts. These are the most very nice sounding. The sound of the prayers is very, poetry is very wonderful. And the meaning is very deep and concise. So these have been sung all throughout.
Dicen que esta canción, esta oración, estos versos son dedicados a Sri Gaura Kichora, que era otro de los líderes, de fundadores de la rodilla Vaishnava. Este Gaura Kishora era el maestro que era muy bravo, que no quería iniciar al del lente redondo, en la serie que estamos viendo.
So Srimad Gaur Kishore Namaskar Dasakam. Karor Garo Me Paramo Gurastvam Parenya Goranga Kanagra Gane Prasiddha Brite Tai Tasvite Te Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Saraswati Nam Jagat Prasidham Prabhum Jagatyam Pratitaika Bandhum Tameva Deva Prakati Chakara Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Kvachid Rajan Kvachid Vajar Anya Vivikta Vasi Vidhi Rajad Bandwa Raho Vilasi Bahir Viragi Svavaduta Desi Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Kvachit Punar Gora Vadanchatari Sarupaga Tira Vajo Vihari Pavitra Kopina Karankadari Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Sada Hare Dama Mudha Pratantam Grahe Grahe Maru Karim Matantam Namanti Deva Abhiyam Mahantam Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Kvachid Vidantan Kvachid Vidantanya Tancha Asanratantam Nijesta Deva Pranaya Vibhutam Namanti Gayantam Alam Janatvam Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Mahasyo Bhakti Vinoda Bandhu Mahaprabhu Prema Sudaika Siddho Aho Jagannatha Dayaspane Padendo Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Samapya Radha Pratam Uttamam Tvam Avapya Damodara Jagaraham Avapya Damodara Jagaraham Gato Sridhara Sakinidim Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Vihaya Sangam Kuliyalayanam Pragriha Sivam Taitanugasya Vipasi Mayapura Mandirasto Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam Sadani Mango Kaparada Pankhe Yahaitakam Esa Sripadi Chaya Ahaitakam Ahoitakim Esa Sripancha Yache Dayam Samudritya Videhi Dinam Namo Namo Gora Kishore Tubhyam. Wonderful, huh? To write Sanskrit poetry. You ever tried to write poetry? You know how difficult it is, huh? 1 minute. I lost my page. Okay. Homage unto Sri Srimad Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Then, Namaste, Umadevi, Haribol.
Dandavad Pranam Maharaj. Dandavad.
Everyone here? Okay. Translation in English. O Divine Master of my Divine Master, my most venerable preceptor, you are supremely worshipable in the group of the foremost associates of Sri Gauranga. May you be gracious upon this servitor, surrendered unto your loving servitor, Taitsidas. O Gaura Kishore, again and again, do I make my obeisance unto you. Of course, Gaura Kishore was the guru, spiritual master for Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he was also a disciple of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And Saraswati Thakur was also a disciple of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So he says, Divine Master of my Divine Master. Gaura Kishore was his spiritual master, and he is also accepting Bhakti Vinod as his divine, as his guru. So he's the Divine Master of his Divine Master.
Sridhar Maharaj wrote this.
Huh?
Sridhar Maharaj wrote this about Gaur Kishore.
Yes.
So Divine Master means Siddhanta Saraswati, and then the Divine Master of Saraswati is
Yeah. Okay. So he is writing. So he accepted Bhakti Vinod Thakur as his spiritual master, but Bhakti Vinod told Saraswati Thakur that he must take initiation from Krishnadas Babaji. And therefore he considers them both his master. Under the order of Bhakti Vinod, who was his spiritual master, he asked that Gaura Kishore to accept Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati as his disciple. And after many difficult trials, they tried many times. Saraswati Thakur tried many times to accept Gaura Kishore, to have Gaura Kishore Das Babaji accept him as his disciple. And he was Krishnadas Babaji was very unwilling to accept any disciples, because he was very, very humble to Vaishnava. Krishnadas Babaji was very humble. Krishnadas Kaviraj. He was very humble, and I didn't want to accept any disciples. And also, he was not so inclined toward the scholarly section. Krishnadas Babaji was not, Gaura Kishore Babaji was not inclined to mix with the scholarly section. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was a very scholarly devotee, very highly educated and knowledgeable. So these reasons he did not like to accept Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati as his guru. And then somehow he finally did. You know, remember the story?
Mhm.
Finally, he did accept.
Yeah. He went to the house.
Huh?
Saraswati Thakur went to the house and said, "My dad told me to take initiation from you," and he got turned away, and he was really distraught.
Three or four times.
Yeah, Bhakti Vinod said, "You have to go back."
Uh-huh.
And then Gaura Kishore again rejected, and then I forget what Saraswati Thakur did to make him say yes, but
Anyhow, Krishnadas Babaji broke his ego. Whatever ego, sorry, Gorkishore Das Babaji broke the ego of Saraswati Thakur. Whatever ego he might have had left, he broke that. And in humble submission, he requested again and again, please accept me as your disciple. Like that, a very beautiful relationship between Gorkishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Then, Aryananda Prabhu, would you like to read the second?
Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Oh, worshipful one, you alone revelate my Lord and Master, who is renowned throughout the universe and Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and who is the only friend of the fallen souls of the world. O Gaura Kishora, again and again, do I make my obeisance unto you.
Yes,
Maharaj.
thank you. Oma Devi,
Thank you,
number
Maharaj.
3.
Please stand up, Pranam. Living in solitude at Rajadama, your art was observed in the most secret pastimes of the Divan youthful couple of Raja. While externally you maintained the scriptures and renunciate, and sometimes you appear to transcend all recognized strictures, O Gaura Kishore. Again and again do I make my obeisance unto you.
Okay, yes. So that Bhakti Gorkishore Das Babaji appeared to transcend all recognized strictures, all the rules and regulations. He appeared to violate all of those. He would often go and sit in the garbage heap near the garbage where people would urinate and pass stool so that people would not come and bother him. Many people would come to Gorkishore Das Babaji because they knew he was a very pure Vaishnava, pure devotee, and they all wanted to get his blessings. They come to the sadhus to get the blessings. They think that by getting the blessings of sadhu, they can have a good life. Their life will be happy, wealthy, whatever they want. They'll get all their desire fulfilled. So Gorkishore was not coming, was not liking those people who came for such purposes, to get his blessings for such purposes. And so he would do everything he could to avoid them. Even if it meant doing things that are not proper according to the social standard. And like that, he would do that for the purpose of discouraging the materialistic people from coming to him. Anyhow, because Bhakti Vinod Thakur recommended Gorkishore Das Babaji to Bhakti Siddhanta, that as to take him as guru, that only he could recognize this is what kind of great Vaishnava this was. So if we look to the externals, we may not be able to see a Vaishnava properly. They may deliberately try to make themselves look fallen, so that those others who are coming for some superficial reasons, they won't come and disturb them. It's possible. But by the grace of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Saraswati could see through all that superficial things and understood that he was a great soul and tried to take shelter of them. This happens many times. We see it in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu. You remember the relation between Pundarik Vidyanidhi,
Hmm.
and Gadadhar Pandit. It looked like he was in a luxurious life. Pundarik was living a luxurious life, but then Gadadhar was told by Mahaprabhu that no, he is a very great Vaishnava. You must go and take Diksha from him, initiation from him to make up for your offenses. Like that. So we always have to see the Vaishnava through another Vaishnava. What do the Vaishnavas say? The real Vaishnavas. Those artificial Vaishnavas, they will also think, oh, this person is a wretched soul. Why you want to go to him? So in order to know a Vaishnava, you need a Vaishnava, a real Vaishnava. To understand a real Vaishnava, you need the guidance, instruction of a real Vaishnava. And then we can understand these things. All right, then number 4.
Maharaj, please
Yes,
translate for Spanish,
yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj. Ya. El Maharaja estaba explicando un poco acerca del el primero y el segundo verso que se acaban de leer. Oh, mi divino maestro, de mi divino maestro. Este poema lo escribió Srila Bhakti Siddhanta de Goswami Maharaj, pero el maestro de Srila Bhakti Siddhanta de Goswami Maharaj fue Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Y Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur tuvo un primer guru que era su padre, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, pero Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur habló con un sabio muy especial que vivía allí en esa área, que se llamaba Srila Gaura Kishora Das Babaji. Srila Gaura Kishora Das Babaji era una persona sola, no tenía discípulos, pero Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sabía que él era muy sabio y le dijo a su hijo, que al maestro Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, oh, ve allá, Srila Gaura Kishora Das Babaji, él es tu maestro, ve, busca a él. Entonces, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur se iba y preguntaba, Gaura Kishora Babaji, please, acéptame como su discípulo. Sí, Babaji le decía, no, discípulo, no, y él insistía, please. Entonces, hasta que un día Srila Bhakti rompió el ego del maestro con mucha humildad y le pidió que lo aceptara como discípulo. Entonces le dijo, está bien, yo te acepto a ti, y le dio iniciación, uno, no más discípulos, uno solo. Tuvo a Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Entonces, por eso, este verso es muy importante, porque Srila Bhakti Siddhanta de Goswami Maharaj fue discípulo de Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Entonces, él en este poema está rindiendo un homenaje a sus maestros. Entonces, el Maharaj también explica que estos son real Vaishnava, guru real, de verdad, reales guru de una sucesión discipular que nos enseñan acerca de la verdad absoluta. Por esto estos dos versos que acaba de leer el Maharaja de Prapanna Jivanamrita son muy bonitos, muy importantes. Jai Maharaj.
All right, gracias. Then let's see, who's there? Tony, can you read? Would you like to read? Maybe you cannot do that. Then Vishwambar Prabhu?
Dandas, Maharaj, dandas. 5th one, Maharaj.
Number 4?
Number 4.
Pradhan is raising his hand.
Huh?
Pradhan is raising his hand.
Yes, Pradhan, are you there? We can hear you. Is your mic muted?
Mute. Okay. Sometimes you roam about the edges of Gauravana, the boundary of Sri Nava Dharma, wandering along the beach near the banks of the Ganga, O Gora Kisora, who does the holy lion cloth and carries the mendicant's water pot again and again. Do I make my obeisance unto you,
Yes,
ever singing the holy name of
that's
Sri
okay.
Hari?
Okay,
with-
only one we want you to read.
Okay, thanks.
Very nice, thank you, Prabhu.
Thanks.
He used to wander, Gorkishore used to wander around with only a loincloth. He didn't wear any other clothes, just a loincloth. Very renowned. And he carried a water pot, that's it. And whatever would come by Krishna's grace, he would take that as his prasad, as the mercy of the Lord. So extremely renounced, extreme renunciation. Generally, you don't see the Vaishnavas in such a renounced position. Sometimes they do, but mostly they're not interested in renunciation, only in service. But anyhow, Gorkishore was of such nature that he was extremely renounced and always meditating, as it says, on the youthful couple of Raja, Radha and Krishna, and their youth. Bhakti Vinod was a great magistrate. He was totally involved with everything in the world. At the same time, he was a great devotee. But Gorkishore was just the opposite. He was completely renounced from the world, but still always meditating on Krishna in a very simple way. And he became the Acharya of the great Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, who was also very much engaged in with the worldly, spreading the message of Mahaprabhu to the world, concerned very much with the people, fallen people of the world, how to bring them back to Krishna consciousness. So we see this great, what do you call, difference in the Vaishnava mentality. That's why it's very hard to understand a real Vaishnava. Sometimes it may seem to be engaged in worldly things, and but they may be completely renounced from those things, unattached to those things, and solely dedicated to Krishna service. That is the nature. The Vaishnava is solely dedicated to Krishna, surrendered to Krishna service. Krishna's pleasure. And it's nice. They call Gauravana. I had never heard that before. Gauravana means the forest of Mahaprabhu, Gauranga's forest. And that is considered the boundary of Navadvip Dham. The whole area surrounding Navadvip is called the Gauravana, the forest of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay, next, let's see. What else is here? Pragya, are you busy driving or something?
No, I can read Guru
You can
Maharaj.
read
Thank you so much. Yes.
Number 5. Okay, number 5.
Okay. Ever singing the holy name of Sri Hari with great ecstasy and accepting alms from house to house, like a bee collecting honey from flower to flower, you are the great soul unto whom even the demigods bow to. O God Kishore, again and again do I make my obeisances unto you.
Okay, thank you. And then
Okay. Should I read Maharaj?
I'm sorry, no, I'm just want to make some comment that Gorkishore is explained here. He would go from house to house, like bee collecting honey. So he was giving, actually, by taking the position of a mendicant, like that, a Vaishnav does engage, we may think, well, what kind of service is that? They're enunciate. What kind of service to Krishna is that? But you can see here, but in India, if they see a renunciate, they will give something. They know that their duty is to give, to help the renunciates. So by being in a renounced position, the people would actually try to contribute to his welfare. And in this way, he was engaging them in service, the service of a Vaishnava. So he was also doing his Sankirtan, even though he did not go out with a fancy clothing or the sadhu garb and bring people to Krishna consciousness. And that way, by getting them to engage in service. Then let's see, Krishna Kesava, would you like to read number 6? Okay, yeah. Well,
Number 6. Becoming overwhelmed with love for your worshipful Lord. Sometimes you dance, sometimes you cry, sometimes you laugh, and again you sing aloud. The people profusely offer their respects unto you, O Gaur Kishore, and again do I make my obeisance unto you.
There's a nice saying here. Gaur Kishore did not dance and chant Hare Krishna in the streets, but he made others do that. By influencing their hearts. When they see such a humble soul, Krishna conscious soul, their hearts would dance in ecstasy, with love. And they would immediately awaken their love for Krishna by feeling some compassion for this humble soul, pure soul. In this way, they would get the benefit of chanting and dancing in Krishna service. Then Vishwambar Prabhu, number 7. Now you have a chance if you like to read it.
Dandas Maharaj. Mukam karati vachalam pangum nangayati. Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinakaranam Paramatapata. O friend of the glorious Thakura Bhakti Vinoda, O matchless ocean of the nectar of love and devotion for Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya Deva, O moon that received the grace of Vaishnava, Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatha, O Gaura Kishora, again and again do I make my senses unto you. Thanks, Maharaj.
So here it is mentioned that the guru of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was Jagannath Das Babaji. Jagannath Das Babaji, of course, was another very renounced Vaishnava. Again, only wearing a loincloth. And he was actually the spiritual master of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So in our parampara, we have Jagannath Das Babaji, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, and
Bhakti Vinod is after Jagannath.
Huh?
Jagannath Das Babaji, and then Bhakti Vinod, then Gaur Kishore, then Saraswati Thakur.
is the Jagannath Das Babaji, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Yeah.
Then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and then Gaur Kishore, then Bhakti Siddhanta, and like that. And then Sridhara Maharaj, Govinda Maharaj, Acharya Maharaj. Then who else? Uma Devi, would you like to read number 8?
Yes, Maharaj. Completing the great holy vow of Raja, you selected the day of the awakening of Sri Damodara to achieve the cherished treasure of your internal identity as a Saki devoted to the service of Sri Radhika. O Gaura Kishora, again and again do I make my obeisance into you.
I know that's his identity. the acharyas in our line all have some secret identity also in relation to Krishna and are considered in the line of the gopis. But we won't discuss that here. And who else? And Aryananda, would you like to read 9?
Yes, Maharaj. Forsaking the company of the resident of Puliya town to accept the service of your servitor Sri Dasa. Your divine presence is now found in Holy Temple at Sri Dhamma Mayapura. O Gaura Kishora, again and again do I make obeisance unto you.
So his samadhi is found there in Sri Mayapur, on that side of the Ganga. And well, then Vishwambar, you want to read number 10?
Sure, Maharaj. Although I remain deep in the mud of offenses, I, a fallen soul, am begging you for your causeless mercy. Please be gracious and deliver this soul bereft. O Gaura Kishora, again and yet again do I make my obeisances unto you. Thanks, God.
Oh, okay. Those are the prayers. And we won't read this the next one because we don't have time. Is there any questions you have? Maybe we can spend a couple of minutes discussing any questions you might have.
Maharaj?
Yes.
No, yeah. No, I'm in meeting. Maharaj, how can we come to the platform of service now? Because that has been, I haven't been like able to, like service, like whenever I went to temple, basically I did whatever they asked me to. But what is the actual meaning of service, and how do we come to that platform of service towards Guru and Vaishnavas?
Well, it's very difficult to serve a Vaishnava, first of all. And our service has to go through Guru, through Vaishnava first, before it can go to Krishna. Because we are very contaminated, huh? We don't have no idea what real service mood means. It's impossible for the material, those who are in this material world, to understand what is service. Because service has to be based upon Sharanagati, surrender. And I think Sridhara Maharaj best expressed that, or Govinda Maharaj best expressed that, by telling that Guru Maharaj asked him, Sridhara Maharaj asked Govinda Maharaj, can you accept what I say and ignore what your mind is telling you? And Goswami Maharaj said yes. He was Govinda Maharaj was a very simple and good-hearted soul. And so when someone asked him to do something, he would always say yes. He always wanted to please other people. So he said yes to Sridhar Maharaj, although it was a difficult thing. And he even asked Sridhar Maharaj, he says, but if my mind tells me to do something that's good, should I ignore that? And Sridhar Maharaj told, yes, only do what I have to tell you, what I tell you. So then he gave the example. He said, that Govinda Maharaj wanted to go to the different holy places and visit there and bring people and make a tour program, a bus program, taking people to the different holy places in order to raise funds for the month. And Sri Maharaj told him, no, you can only go to those places I tell you to go. You don't have freedom to go to any place that you want. You can only go to those places I want you to go. So you're always in the mood of service, of submission. So I think this is the main principle. We have to be in submissive attitude. Submissive. This is what we are trying to learn. Because when we come to this material world, we are very, what do you call, egotistic. We want what we want. But in the spiritual realm, it is a realm of dedication, not exploitation. Dedication means we are submissive even to the environment. So this service of Guru, service of Vaishnava, is to teach us this submissive attitude, surrendered attitude. And if we can get that, even by, especially, it can only happen under the direction of a Vaishnava. We cannot make ourselves humble. That we cannot do. Only by accepting the mind, the direction of another mind beside our own, then we can become humble. And by always following your own mind, you're accepting yourself as God. My mind is God. I do what I want. It means your mind is God. But by accepting the mind from another person, a devotee, a Vaishnava, we are learning submission. That other Vaishnava may not be perfect, even. But if we can accept submission, that is our sadhana, that is our practice. And in that way, we can become member of that higher world, of the devotional world, of the world of dedication and service. Taking the humble attitude, a serving attitude, trying to become a member of that world, of the surrendered world. That is our purpose of service, making ourselves a servant. Sridhara Maharaj once told, if you can make yourself a servant of a Vaishnava, then your life will be perfect. Try to become a servant of a Vaishnava, then your life will become perfect. And for our benefit, and not for the person we are serving so much, as for our benefit, to teach us ourselves how to be a member of that higher world. And this is a process that has been given by the Vaishnavacharyas. Service of the Vaishnava. Submission, following the instructions, trying to satisfy Guru, trying to please the devotees. This will help us. For helping us to become submissive and to counter the arrogant, the egoistic mentality that everyone who comes to this world has. They're all exploiters. They came here for that purpose only, to be the Lord of all they survey. Now, with the coming to a real Vaishnava, we can become the servant of a Vaishnava. That will be our entrance to the spiritual world. Sharanagati. Sri Maharaj explained that beyond the Viroja River, this world is surrounded by the Viroja. Viroja means the renunciation. So within the Viroja River, on this side of the Viroja River, there's exploitation. Viroja River means liberation. And beyond the Viroja River, there is Sharanagati, dedication. So to get past this world of exploitation mentality, we first have to renounce our egoistic mentality of being the Lord. And that we can do under the taking direction from another mind than our own. That is called Sharanagati. That is called surrender. And in that process, by serving, by being very humble, by being very submissive, we can gain entrance. It means our consciousness will be modified. Our consciousness will turn from exploitation to dedication. Then that is the good thing. It's the only way to get back to Godhead, through dedication, submission. It's for our own purpose. Service is for our own spiritual benefit. Understand? Understand?
Right.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Any other? Dr. Ross. Haribol. Are you still in California?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. How are you doing?
very well. Good to see you. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu, you also. I hope you're doing well there.
Thank you.
You're getting a lot of rain now, I understand. Huh?
Yeah, a bit more than usual for this state.
A lot of flooding. First they had drought, now they have flooding.
Yeah,
So how are you doing there? Okay.
yeah,
Are you happy?
yeah. As far
Yeah.
as
Very
one
happy.
can be in the material modes.
Okay. Well, you're with the devotees, and you now
Yeah,
there's no material activities there. So you have a chance to serve. You're doing some service,
yeah.
chanting,
Lots of service.
and
Yeah, and
studying.
chanting.
Studying
Yeah.
the scriptures. Yes, that is our life.
Yeah.
That is the life of a Vaishnava, life of a devotee. Serve a devotee, then we also, that is our life, service of the devotees. Only. No, very nice. We are so happy that you came to visit us also. It's our good fortune.
Thank you for having me.
Any other questions? Now we're ending. You came at the end.
Maharaj, no question. I translate for
Oh yes, you
in
sound
Spanish.
in Spanish. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes. Yeah. The Prabhu Vishwambar preguntó al Maharaja acerca de cómo podía él saber más o menos cómo poder servir al guru y cómo más o menos cómo hacer de manera correcta. Entonces, Maharaja explicó a él que hay que entender, primero, importante, entender que la mente no es Dios. Si nosotros seguimos la instrucción de la mente, entonces estamos perdidos. Eso no es bueno. Maharaja dice que la mente no es Dios, que la mente tiene que ponerse y el cuerpo, todo ponerse al servicio de Gurudeva. Cuando nosotros seguimos la instrucción de Gurudeva, seguimos todo lo que él dice, incluso nuestra propia mente se la ponemos a Gurudeva, entonces eso se llama Saranagati, bendición. Entonces entramos en el plano de la dedicación y todo ese Saranagati puede suceder solamente con una sola cosa, cuando nosotros hacemos sumisión, una sumisión con humildad a Gurudeva y le ofrecemos a él todo y no seguimos a la mente, sino la mente no, Gurudev sí. Ese es el secreto del Saranagati, de la rendición. Y si seguimos ese proceso, entonces podemos servir apropiadamente a los Vaishnavas. Servir al Guru, ese servicio al Guru es servicio a Krishna, servicio al Guru, también es servicio a los Vaishnavas. Entonces, en resumen, Maharaja explicó que es una cosa muy importante el Saranagati y siempre seguir la instrucción de Gurudev. Si sigues la instrucción de Gurudev y no sigues a tu mente, en resumen, ese es el camino que nos llevará al éxito y a la felicidad real en nuestra vida. Jai Maharaj.
Jai Harinanda Prabhu ki jai.
Jai, Jai.
Jai Maharaj.
Yes, any other question? No.
Maharaj, Tony Pradhan Prabhu has raised his hand.
What
I
is
think he has to unmute. Tony
Oh,
Pradhan Prabhu, he has to unmute his mic and ask the question.
yes.
Oh, that the hand is from before. It's been
Oh,
on
it's
the whole
from
time.
before, he
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
That's from before. Okay. All right. Anyhow, my humble obeisances to all of you, my humble dandavats. Thank you very much, Prabhus, and please be well, be happy, and Krishna conscious. My humble dandavat to you. Thank you for all for joining. Ross Prabhu, good luck to you. We wish our best. My Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev. Tamaveda Bhaktivedanta ki jai, oh glorious to the assembled devotees.
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai, Jai, Jai.
Prapanna Maharaj.
You?